As the prophet of esports, I rely on trustworthy and meaningful data every day. Data from our research partner YouGov offers the most complete view of esports fans and gamers in the world, providing context to who they are, what they think, the brands they buy, and things they do. YouGov's connected insights and research services inform strategy at every level. If you're a team, a brand, agency, or rights holder, you should be talking with YouGov. Their partners measure and maximize ROI and are telling compelling stories with data. Visit yougov.com/gaming-esports to learn more. Speaking of watching for the person, perfect segue here. Paris Hilton in the news. Paris Hilton to launch her own Roblox virtual world, complete with DJ stages and the private jet. So she's adding gamer. The article here says Paris Hilton's adding gamer to her CV with the launch of Paris World, an outpost on the Roblox gaming platform that will let fans explore a stylized milieu that revolves around the celebrity icon. It goes live on October 6th. It's described as a virtual oasis of fun, possibility, and of course, sliving, a term coined by Hilton that fuses slaying and living my best life. Sliving?
What?
Is that
No.
the pronunciation?
I don't know.
The new gaming experience includes, I'm going to start using that, hashtag sliving.
Yeah.
The new gaming experience includes massive DJ stages, Paris's own house, a zoo, and because why not, a private jet, yacht, and her own personal island. Fans can join Hilton in the kitchen prepping a meal, at the beach relaxing, or even DJing a virtual festival. Lindsay, I know you have thoughts on this.
Oh, yeah.
Tell me this is genius, please.
You guys not remember when the Razor gloves came out and I said, oh, actually, Paris Hilton is really bringing back gloves with her new sliving campaign. And here we are, just a mere
Here we are.
weeks later, and Paris Hilton is fully in gaming. I mean, she's just like a branding genius. She has changed her brand so many times. She was actually one of the first ones to do fragrances.
Mhm.
She was the first one to
She
launch
was
a
early
major
on
fragrance.
porn as well.
Huh?
Lindsay, who's the big winner here? Who's the bigger winner here? Is it Roblox or is it Paris?
I think it's
Which-
Roblox just because it's going to get a whole bunch of people on the platform that wouldn't have necessarily gone on the platform before.
Interesting. Do you
disagree.
think it will attract a predominantly female audience?
Yes.
Like, is if you're the fly on the wall at Roblox, do you think this was part of the decision making in this activation?
Oh, yeah. One of the conversations I've been having a lot in the past couple weeks is how to actually get girl and women gamers over kind of the fear of getting into this space, because we all know about Gamergate and toxicity. And this is such an easy access point in a game that's generally very friendly in its community to everyone. So I definitely think that this is a really good move for Roblox, and it reaches out to like older millennials as well. I think everyone who's in Gen Z kind of already knows about Roblox, but anyone aged sort of 18 to 35-ish, maybe not on the platform as much, and this is an easy connection there.
Maybe this is a stupid question, but I'm curious for all of you guys, open to all of you. Why Roblox here and not Fortnite, for example, right? These activations are starting to feel very similar. You know, we'll make you your own little world. People can go explore it. Why Roblox, not Fortnite? Jimmy?
So, yeah, I'd say initially, just from I'm a consumer, right? I don't have a business background. As a consumer, Fortnite to me is more of a game that you play the save the world mode, whereas Roblox is kind of like, I would liken it to VR chat if you've ever experimented with that. There's loads of servers you could just load into. You just kind of hang out. There are tons of game modes you can play, but it's a community browser with Roblox being the sandbox that you play in. Worlds to explore, things to do. Whereas in Fortnite, it's a little more, there's still those things, but my initial impression is that.
William,
It'll be interesting to see
or
how
Jeff?
this. I'll jump in quick, William. Sorry. It'll be interesting to see how this works, because the celebrity genre is something that on mobile really took off a number of years ago, and there's still some examples that are successful. But right after the Kim Kardashian game came out, Glue went on this like ridiculous spree of signing basically everyone with any sort of following, and they gave out these big upfront licenses, and the strategy basically failed. Like everything besides Kim Kardashian didn't really do that well. So it'll be interesting to see how this does, because this is pretty similar. celebrity management game just on Roblox. Maybe it's a bit more immersive. I was not aware that Paris Hilton had such a youth following at this point. Lindsay, in a private chat a week ago or whatever, told me that I was wrong about that. So I guess she does still have a following. Because my comment initially was, "Wow, I love this," but like Paris Hilton's youngest fan has to be 30 at this point, which is not exactly Roblox's demographic. But the last thing I'll say is I think I disagree a little bit with Lindsay's take on how this benefits Roblox. And I guess it'll be interesting to see. Maybe we'll get some data or a case study around this. But I just find it hard to believe that the older fans that aren't on Roblox, that are fans of Paris Hilton, are going to like get into Roblox. I think it's more people who are on Roblox who don't really know Paris Hilton will kind of discover her, and it'll grow her brand more than it'll grow Roblox. But that's just my guess, my intuition. It'll be interesting to see if we actually find out that data.
I'm curious for everyone watching. I'm like the answer to my question specifically, which is why Roblox and not Fortnite, right? And which one you think would have been the better activation if you're in Paris's shoes, right? Where is your brand? Where is it better sort of placed in Roblox or in Fortnite? Let me just add one thing that I did see on Roblox this week, and I want to just add a bit of another layer to this story, which was, and this is something I only see on Roblox, maybe to Jimmy's point, and not on Fortnite. And what's interesting is everyone knows Squid Game on Netflix. It's like the hottest show on Netflix right now, right? So I hear. I saw a streamer, specifically XQC, playing a Squid Game, basically game on Roblox on his stream. It wasn't an official Squid Game game. It wasn't an official activation of any kind, but some developer had sort of mocked up, I guess, some of the things that happen on the show in game form that he could play. And we're talking about maybe just days after the show really exploded in popularity. Is this the big advantage of Roblox over Fortnite, that you can get these kinds of quick and dirty activations that are not necessarily driven by a Paris Hilton celebrity, but have some tie-in to something that's timely and relevant, and that only happens in a sandbox environment like Roblox?
Yeah, it's going to be, Roblox will be the metaverse that we are. Whenever we talk about a metaverse, Roblox will be the closest one to achieving that before any other gaming company, because of their open sandbox nature, and that you can just create anything and experience it in the game, even if it's legal or not, because that's probably not legal. That was not licensed.
No, but this is why I'm so right about my bet with Jeff, is that Roblox allows for things that no other game today can do, like that really Fortnite can't emulate. And I think that's interesting, and I think it's interesting that Paris chose Roblox, because I'm assuming she probably could have brought her brand anywhere, would be my guess. I think
to further iterate on that point one more time, I think Roblox is more about expression, and Gen Z is all about expression and being unique and being able to express yourself. And Roblox really encourages that, where you can just be whatever, wherever, doing whatever. And I think that really aligns with like what Paris is going for, especially with her branding nowadays. So it's really, I don't know, I think it's really awesome, and it's a new wave of thinking from developers and marketing people alike.
I mean, one last layer to this story, if it sways anybody. This was news from this week also. Super Social raises $5.2 million to make games for the Roblox metaverse. Anyone shocked? Not much of a story here, right? They obviously develop games for Roblox, but the fact that they're raising $5 million, over $5 million, to develop on a specific platform like this, right, where they know they're locked into the Roblox platform, and are raising this amount of money, where an investor is going to expect, a big 10x kind of return. What does that say about the potential for Roblox long term, Jeff?
Well, I mean, I think we've covered a similar, like, this is not the first time we've seen a developer now getting financing to work on Roblox games. I think it's great for the platform. I think last time I brought up the comment of, well, what does it mean for a user-generated content platform if you start getting professional developers? Still don't know the answer to that. I think it's an interesting question, but we covered it another time. I think you're going to see way more of this, just because sorry, William, what Go ahead.
We absolutely know the answer to this. Like nobody bats an eye when they read like so and so app developer raises, you know, 100 million to develop apps on Android and iPhone, right? Like this is the exact same thing. It's literally the exact same thing. And we know where this goes. It goes into an arms race, right? Because the answer is like you need to have larger funding to do more polished product, to do more aggressive marketing, right? To like get like where this is going to go is like you're going to see ads for Roblox games that are not paid for by Roblox. Like that I think is going to be like the next wave that's coming here. And you're going to be it's going to be weird. You're going to see it, it's going to be like but only in Roblox. And you'll be like, "What?"
Stop
And
it, Will.
that's where you're going. That's like where this is, and it's happening very fast.
You were saying it fine at the beginning of the show.
I think it's interesting.
Am I saying Roblox wrong? How do you say it?
Yeah, Roblox.
No, it's Roblox.
No, it's not.
Right, I'm going to call it Roblox because I like that word. So
you know where this is. If you take the App Store sort of analogy, which I think is perfectly a good one, William, and I think you're absolutely right that that's where this is headed. Like, is that necessarily a good thing for Roblox? Yes, in the sense that Apple App Store makes cahoodles and cahoodles of money. That's great. But you also have a massive discoverability challenge on there. You have a shit ton of terrible content on the Apple App Store. Like, I don't necessarily, it's not a clear to me that that's necessarily the best thing overall for the platform health, but it's inevitable. And it's going to be interesting to see kind of I'm interested in the discoverability piece. Because now it was all user generated. It was users creating the content. Then you have professional developers creating the content. Where's the publisher model going to be, and kind of who's going to create sort of the basically the publisher model for Roblox, where it's user acquisition, how to discoverability. Like, will Roblox basically become the App Store where they end up monetizing through paid advertising and kind of SEO and stuff like that?
I'm just gonna read some comments here. One, he says, "I'm smelling a lawsuit from Netflix." That's very possible. And Adam says, "Do you say robot?" No, you don't. I have cringed every podcast I've heard. Roblox. I had to get that off my chest.
Thank you, Adam. I appreciate you for speaking up. Your voice is heard and admired.